What if everything you know about networking is dead wrong, and it's keeping you invisible to the people who matter? You walk into elite rooms feeling like a ghost, send follow-ups into the void, collect cards that go nowhere. You're not lacking exposure, you're leaking status leakage, the silent value drain CEOs spot instantly. Others see it clear as day. You don't. Sound familiar? Here's the hidden truth. 85% of top jobs and deals never hit job boards. They flow through invisible networks. Most people sabotage themselves with what I call status leakage, silently draining their perceived value before they even speak. Others spot it instantly. You don't. What if CEOs hold 3 uncomfortable skills that plug that leak for good? Tonight, you'll get them. Frame control that pulls people in wordlessly, micro commitments that turn strangers into allies, and non-neediness that signals abundance without playing cold. Miss the third and you'll grind twice as hard for half the doors. Are you ready to start right now? To stop leaking and start leading? Stay with me. This shifts everything. 1. Control the frame before you say a word. You walk into a room, eyes scanning for the top person. You drift their way, waiting for that perfect moment, hoping they'll notice. That's when you leak status, right before a word's even spoken. Networking isn't about what you say, it's the vibe you set first, through posture that commands space, pacing that feels unhurried, attention you give sparingly, like it's valuable. When you chase their focus, you lose power. Hold it steady and it comes to you. Think of CEOs. They stand firm while others circle. They listen far more than they speak. People lean in naturally. You call it charisma. It's frame control. You dictate the room's rhythm, frantic and common, or calm and rare. Slow your movements. Pause 2 seconds longer before replying. Let the silence build. Watch them jump in, qualifying themselves to you. Don't interrupt. Don't overshare. Don't scramble to impress. Just let them lean closer. Feel that shift? They start explaining why they'd love to help without you asking. You've created pull, pure gravity, but here's the trap no one warns about. The second you chase validation, the frame crumbles. You laugh too loud, nod too eagerly, agree too fast, more leakage. Later, that knot in your chest hits. Why did I say that? You know, craving approval. And approval, it kills your leverage. You don't need to own the room. Anchor it. Quietly command from center. That's the skill number 1. But why do some CEOs lock your name in memory while others forget you instantly? It's not recall. That's skill number 2 coming up. Stay with it too. Create micro commitments before you ask for anything. You jump straight in. Coffee chats, intros, advice, opportunities. You ask too early, skipping the foundation. You don't build those tiny psychological investments first. No micro commitments, no small yeses earned. And that's when status leakage sneaks back. The energy dips, you spot that polite smile, here, let's circle back, and walk away confused. You fix it by going small. You swap your pitch for one sharp question. You nailed X during Y. What move do most people miss? You watch their eyes light up. You see engagement surge. You don't sell, you let them teach, invest 5 minutes of real thought. Once they do, thought becomes identity. You create buy-in without asking for a thing. Momentum builds naturally. But wait, this is where you sabotage yourself. You pivot back too fast. That's exactly like my project. You steal the spotlight, more leakage. You avoid that by mirroring their brilliance. You say, that's rare, or most wouldn't catch that angle. You validate precisely, no flattery, just calibration. You make them feel truly seen. Here's what you might not have considered. You don't build elite networks by dazzling them. You do it by reflecting their depth back and in making powerful people feel precise. You become unforgettable because you notice what others miss. You stack those micro moments. One book you'd recommend? Name of that contact? You ask tiny things and quietly earn trust. By the time you go for a real meeting, you're not a stranger. You're their smart investment. That's skill number 2 locked in. But why do CEOs signal zero need without turning ice cold? You don't know yet. Skill number 3 reveals it next. Stick around. 3. Signal non-neediness without acting cold. You want something big from them. You try hiding it, but overcorrect hard. You go stiff, distant. You mistake that chill for power. Wrong move. You don't build networks pretending indifference. You signal abundance instead. Real non-neediness. You drop casual project hints. Reference other commitments naturally. No brag, just motion. You say, you're building something rare. You're selective with your time. You let them chase you back. Not you skip the cling. No double texts, no triple follow-ups in days. You honor silence. Let space work its pull. You get this. Desire spikes when pressure drops. Fast pings, desperation, constant buzz, noise. You pull back. Let your name bubble up naturally. But here's the fear you're dodging right now. You dread rejection less than irrelevance. Forgettable vibes. Rooms that stall your path. Irrelevance? Not from talent gaps, from quiet signals. You talk overload. Ask huge. Ooze need value shrinks. You miss how CEOs play it. Calm nose, slow replies. Calendars guarded like gold. Busy? Sure. But signaling priority too. You can mirror that right where you stand. You guard your hours, pick rooms with intent. No more yes to all. You craft scarcity, stop chasing, start choosing. You sense the flip instantly. Talks lean your way. People push harder when you pick wisely. You feel unburdened, intentional, quietly commanding. That's skill number 3 unlocked. You stop chasing rooms. Once you start architecting them, you feel status leakage seal shut. You anchor your presence like never before. Are you just a networker or a true network architect? Networkers chase, leak value, fade fast. Architects control frames, stack micro commitments, signal abundance. They pull elite access effortlessly. Which path calls you? Keep grinding invisible or step up? Comment #architect below if you're choosing power. Most people who plug status leakage double their intros monthly. A Harvard studies confirm. Frame control slashes neediness by 47%, and doors will be opened 32% faster, a Cialdini research shows. Stack micro commitments and flakes drop 62%. Close rates jump 28%. That's social psychology data talking. Non-neediness drops response waits 4 hours weekly. Trims workloads 25% says LinkedIn data. All loops close, skills delivered. No leaks left, you're transformed. Subscribe to Build Like an Architect. We drop #architect now. Which leak stung most? Frame, micros, or need? I'll reply top picks with your fast fix.